Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On first down, Herron. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Off the play fake, Herron. And his throw here's incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Eckler, they run left side. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Chargers at 11-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
8 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's complete. It's Collins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Another one caught by Collins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
What a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On second down, Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
1st and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. They forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on first down. Heron throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Heron. He hits Adams, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up. Because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
Hey, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Side complete. That's Webster. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Aaron. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Minshew sets to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Minshew. He's airing it out for Williams. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 51 yards. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake. Herron. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herron. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Minshew. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
On 1st and 10, Herron. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. To throw on 2nd down, Herron. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
throw on third down. Heron, he wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game, 24-24. Jason Myers set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no comeback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Minshew, 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 26 yards. And the Raiders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Raiders 31, Chargers 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Your arm game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
On 4th down, Minshew. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Austin Eckler from 3 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break up a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 32.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here in 3rd. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle. 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Las Vegas first down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 107 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This from long, very long range. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. This one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur.